Over the past few months, I've been working on all the tanks on the top level of my fish wall, working on one tank at a time. I've currently got 6 finished that I'm really pleased with, and it's now time to start working on number 7. I'm trying to go for a completely different theme in all of them. Some of them are fully planted, some of them have a more mythical feel, and one of the shrimp tanks is a more contemporary feel, just one log and a ton of moss on it. But it works really well, breed shrimp like crazy. I'm looking to do something similar again for some amazing shrimp that we've got coming today. I have bought some absolutely amazing Neocaridina shrimp. So I've already bought shrimp twice from the shrimp factory, and each time they come was absolutely brilliant. They're already breeding. So I thought I'd try again, but this time I've gone for some special ones that are quite expensive. So one thing that I always notice with the shrimp factory is their packaging is insane. And this video is like not sponsored or anything. I just really like what these guys are doing, and I like to support them, so yeah, link below if you're interested, but let's have a look at the shrimp first. I'll just do this one bit. Oh, we got pen, yay! Thanks, guys.
The full set of accessories.
We have. You never find a pen when you need it.
I'll take those and put them on the desk.
Oh, hang on, remember I said about stickers?
Oh, yes.
Thanks, I think that's enough stickers.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Red Demons, Blue Dreams, and then I've got some low-grade ones as well that I can just put in like as cleanup crew in any sort of tank, do you know what I mean? So OE, Red Demons, means orange-eyed Red Demons.
What?
So, yeah, and orange-eyed Blue Dreams. So they've got orange eyes but like a blue body and red as well, but like I just thought, wow, I've never had shrimp like this. So yeah, let's hope everything's arrived all right. So I've got the low grade ones first. Expecting this to pop a bit.
Great scissors.
It's actually quite good because they're not too sharp, so they didn't go into the main package.
I wonder how the shrimp feel being called low grade.
Do you know what that means, Steph?
It means they're just like your average shrimp.
They're like mutts. Like if you're trying to breed a specific line and you get ones that don't follow the line you want, they're just like, you know, like they're not quite full reds. It's not quite a full orange. There's one in there I can see that's natural as well. So yeah, I don't mind. I like them all.
A mélange.
Exactly.
As they say in Spain.
Whee. I managed to trap one at the bottom.
Always check your bag.
Yep. There we go.
Looking good.
So there's our pretty little low grades, but the thing is they're all full adults, look.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So good breedability.
Yeah, from now, like they can start breeding straight away. First thing we need to do, I know what tank I want to put them in actually. We're mid-filming, by the way, and this package has arrived, so there's stuff everywhere. So we've got some empty ones down here, so that this one's pretty much empty, and this one's pretty much empty as well. So I'm going to drip acclimate them in here, and then I'll put them in there. But for the other ones, the orange eyes, or the red and the blue, I don't want to mix them at all. I want them completely separate. Usually, I'm like, yeah, whatever, let's see what turns up. But because these are special ones, I kind of want to keep the line special. And apparently, the ones we've got now are from a line that is now pure, which is like apparently one of the first times it's happened. So let's try and keep it pure.
You've got pedigree shrimp.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, drip acclimation's complete. I'm gonna scoop them up. And this is the tank I've chosen to put them in. So this is my guppy tank, some real nice guppies. They've already laid babies everywhere. So that's great. There isn't any cleanup crew, so these guys will be great for it. Come on then, down you go. I don't want them to get attacked or anything. In your own time, guys. In your own time.
I just really like the net. We all like a net though, don't we?
So yeah, it's not a huge amount of shrimp, but like I say, they're of adult size, and hopefully they'll get breeding as well in here. And because there's so much cover, babies will be able to grow up as well, but they're going to get to work straight away. There isn't really anything like major for them to clean up, but they'll just feed on biofilm, wasting things in that tank, which will be great. Right, next up, I'm going to go for the Red Demons. Okay, the sheath. So these are obviously younger because you don't want to obviously sell off all your breeding stock. But because they're red, you can't see as the orange is pronounced as much, but as they grow, they're definitely going to be seen more. So we're going to put those in their own tank, let them grow out a bit. I think in the blues though, it'll be way more pronounced. Yeah, so closer inspection, you can see that all of their eyes are red or orangey red, whereas if you look at normal shrimp, they're more like a black colour. So that's good, and as they grow, obviously, it becomes way more pronounced. So these are going in this tank here. There we go. You can see it there under the light, reflecting far more orangey. I've got the Orange Eye Blue Dreams here, and it is far more pronounced, but it is actually really hard to see when they're not in their tank. So I'm going to put them in the tank so you guys can see them, but yeah, 100% survival, all good again. Well done, Shrimp Factory. Everything I've bought so far has arrived alive, which is not always the case when you do like postal live things. So really good. I think it's the packaging, everything sort of going to extreme measures, clear like taping on it and stuff. Creatures, you know, no one wants to harm creatures today. So these guys have been dripped as well. And they're going in this tank here. Hopefully the eyes will show up a bit better under the light. But again, they are young. Oh, look at that one there, the one there by the rock.
Oh,
see
yeah.
how orange they are? So the deeper the blues seems to be the more orangey the eyes are. But of course, as they grow, colours deepen, including the eyes. Yeah, really cool shrimp. So that's the shrimp all sorted. They're going to be absolutely fine in there for a while, and that means I can now get started on their tank, which is going to be this one. It's pretty dull. We want to make it nice and bright and vibrant like the rest. I want to go for like a really cool grassy theme. I think that'll look great. But first of all, I've got to take everything out and clean it up. So that's the tank nice and clean. I mean, there's a couple of little bits on it, but I'm not too worried about that. Be forever trying to get it perfect. Now it's time for a quick nutrient substrate system. So I like to do a gravelly base layer. We've got a nice little gravel here. So I'm going to do like a couple of scoops of that. Then I've got a used aqua soil here. It's basic aqua soil. It's got a bit of other gravel and stuff in it as well. But I can stick that into the mix because why not? Got it free and available to use. So this is the main little base layer that's going to like harbour a load of beneficial bacteria and things like that. It's not what's going to look pretty on the top. So I'm just pressing it down nicely, making sure that we've got a raised area at the back, and then it's going to taper off forward as usual. But I want to do this one, like, as I've been doing more recently, it's just a very thin decorative part at the front, and then it just looks like the illusion of the water's edge is like more apparent than seeing a big blocky substrate. Tends to always look a bit better, I think. Next layer is going to be my premium aquatic soil. So it's like pond compost, if you like. It's not quite like regular compost. It's a little less nutrient dense, which works quite well for what we're trying to do underwater. Find that if you use just regular compost, you can run into all sorts of issues with algae and everything like that. There are bits of organics and stuff in it. It's just got far less, which is good for us because they will break down. And when organic substances break down, they produce CO2. Now what I'm doing is I'm just covering the whole surface with it, not going too crazy, not doing like several inches thick or anything like that. You see, some people suggest you can do that. I've just found that it creates more problems than it's worth. I'd prefer to do a thinner layer, and then later on, if I need to, I can add root tabs to bump it all up. But that shouldn't need to happen for quite a while, to be honest. If I'm using an absolute ton of plants, I'll just stick some root tabs in anyway, just to make sure. But for the amount I've got going in here, it shouldn't need it. Right, next up is our final decorative layer of sand. It's just some stuff I've recycled. It's got loads of different bits and bobs in it, but it's going to give a real nice texture. And I always like to start right at the front there. And it stops any of that other soil falling backwards. I don't know what that is. That's a clump of soil. Now depth-wise, I'm just looking literally to cap it. So 1 inch to 1.5 inches is absolutely fine. We'll pat it down, and then that'll be absolutely fine. I don't feel like you need to go crazy high with the capping. If anything from underneath leaches into the water column, it's not going to be a massive deal. And to be honest, I don't ever touch the substrate anyway. If I put out some plants and a little bit of this soil comes up, it's not going to hurt. So I'm going for something crazy simple hardscape wise. Some MD style pebbles, potatoes have been referred to as well. So I'm gonna get some potatoes in. Right, I just went and got a load of potatoes from Builder's Merchant, so we're good. I don't want to go silly with it, I just want a couple really. Something like that, brilliant. Here we go, look, just plonk them in, space them out a little bit, and the plants will do the rest. I can't see what that looks like. Yep, done. Now I'm deliberately making that look so lackadaisical because I'm trying to appeal to people that, you know, just want to give it a go and they don't know about composition rules and everything. So I'm trying to show that you can just do a little bit of this and it can look good. But now I've got like a finer sort of little pebbles and stuff, just dot them around it a little. Trying to give like a proper water's edge vibe. These complement the stones really well. I'll make quite a nice little barrier with them so it looks like we've got a bit of an edge to it, but we've still got detail. We're incredibly triangular composition technically there, so I just want to see if this helps at all. Bury it in a little because it always looks a bit more natural. We've got a bit more sand coming around it. Just brings a bit of interest out in that foreground area. Also means I can put some plants in here that are sort of going to creep as well. And that's all I want to do, composition-wise. No wood in this one. I want the plants to be just like completely stand out. I have noticed that some of the recycled sand that I use to cap, it's got quite a bit of soil in the back area. It's fine at the front. So I'm just going to add a different sand over the top of that just to make sure it's locked down. So it's a different colour, but you're not going to see it anyway, because we are loading up the plants.
That doesn't sound like you.
Right, that's it. Job done. Now I'm going to put it back up in its actual place so that we can do some planting and fill it up straight away. Yeah, I really like that because look at how different it's looking from all three in a row. So this right here is my jungle aquarium, which, yeah, it's definitely a jungle now, isn't it? I'm going to thin it out a bit and use quite a few of the plants. I'm definitely going to use some of the moss once we've done the planting. But this is all Vallisneria you can see at the front here that's all creeped to the front. And there's also dwarf sage in there as well. So the two of them have different lengths and they just give it much more like grassy feel. Whoa, it's much longer than I expected, but it could still look good.
There we go, look, so there's the Vallisneria and there's the dwarf sage. So this is probably more, we'll have a couple of big pieces, but I think I need more of the dwarf sage for the height of the tank. This wasn't even planted into a substrate either. It was just put on top of the gravel with a bit of a plant weight, and the roots have found their way to the nutrients, so that's a good system then.
There we go, look, I've collected up loads of the nice long and short dwarf sage. I put the Vallisneria back because it's just too big for this tank, but this stuff will be perfect.
Look at those roots.
Yeah, it's
Unbelievable.
very healthy. Same sort of substrate system as what we're doing in this one, so works really well.
Proof is in the pudding.
All the
Roots.
There we go. I've planted quite a bit there. I don't know if it's enough because I won't know for sure until I fill the whole thing up, to see how it's sitting and everything. I've left a gap at the back area for the sponge filter just to slot in. But yeah, let's fill it up, see how we're looking. I love the textures already. Right, that's everything filled up. It's a little bit misty. Whoa, I'm falling backwards. It's a little bit misty because the sand that I put at the back is builder's sand. And you know, I didn't wash it at all. Completely forgot, but it will clear nicely with the filter going on. And we'll get some AquaClear and that in there. Should be good.
Just making sure I tuck it behind the plants.
Right down nice and low. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's too intrusive. If I put some AquaClear in now as well, crystal clear, it'll look 10 times better straight away. I only need a tiny drop for this size tank. That'll do. Right, it's been a couple of hours, as you can see. We are crystal clear as expected, but oops. Basically, the little suction pad at the back of this has sort of deformed and it doesn't really stick anymore. So I'm gonna add a little weight to it and that should keep it down. Oh, actually, hang on, because we picked up all of that gunk that's in there, that's all now in this sponge. So if I clean this sponge out there, this is already like a murkier tank anyway. It's mainly for my snails. There we go. Stick that back on. And then I've got like little plant weight here on some ceramic rings. Wrap that around the base. There we go, wrapped it around the base. And that should now help it to stay down. The suction, there's a slight bit of suction left on the thing, so we should be good. As much as I like that, the simplicity of it, I do want a few more textures in there as well. So I'm gonna add another stem to the back. Hycophila siamensis 53B, just a couple of them because they get quite large. A couple of other plants as well, just hiding that borderline. Because at the moment we're ruining the illusion a little bit by being able to see, yeah, I think it'll look better, that's all. So it's been 2 weeks since I planted those extra plants in, and I didn't want to do any cleaner or anything. I just wanted to leave it and see how well it gets on its own. And it's doing really well. I mean, the glass can do with a slight scrape now and topping up, but that's about it. Well, that's it. That's literally all I need to do. I say that's pretty good considering the fact that it's got a lot of light being exposed to this tank and the plants are going great. I mean, it's the power of the pond compost. I absolutely love it. It's my go-to thing. I don't know why I stopped using it because the evidence is clear. It's such a good way of making plants grow and just getting that whole substrate system working. It's almost like it's got its own bacteria to start with and everything like that. But the tank is now ready for the shrimp. I didn't scrape down the sides because we want a little bit of like algae on the walls. It's really, really good for shrimplets and just shrimp in general because they just go around pecking and, you know, they love it. All the shrimp are down here, still good. Yeah, I cleaned out the tank recently and just took everything out so that we could actually see where the shrimp are. Should be 10 or 11. At one point we did see babies, but I did get an outbreak of, the planaria. There was a planaria outbreak. You might have seen it in some previous videos, actually. These little horrible flathead worms going around. Anyway, got rid of those, and luckily all the shrimp are absolutely fine because they can kill shrimp, but yeah, we're all good. Let's transfer them across. I'm just going to do a little water test for each tank. I mean, obviously it's strips, so it's a little bit rudimentary. Yeah, just to compare, just for a quick comparison, they should be pretty much bang on the same. So they're almost the same, slightest of pH differences, but I'd say that's about it really. And even that's now going similar. pH takes a little bit longer to develop, but you know, they're pretty much bang on. Which means I could transfer directly, but I will just drip them anyway, because why not? I've got the equipment to be able to do it, and we're not in any rush. Real nice female here. Look at that. She might have eggs. It's quite hard to tell with the dark colours on them.
Great blue, aren't they?
Yeah, that blue there, that's the male next to it. That one, male, there's the female.
Darker, isn't she?
Because she's so thick. And then final 2 males, I think. There we go. Oh yes, definitely some of the babies survived, look, because they are way smaller than what we got. But they're also not teeny tiny. So
another one back there as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. We'll keep them in here. Let's keep them separate, and then we've got like, if there's 2, there'll be a couple more as well that we probably can't see just yet. Awesome.
So how many drips are you aiming for?
Just like a drip a second. That's about right. Gently lay that in. Now we can get some lunch. You know, give it a few hours. Let them settle in nice and gentle. I mean, this could be like not even necessary, but why not? I mean, Neocaridina are very hardy anyway. There's plenty of times I've, back in the day, gone to the fish shop, just take them from the fish shop, put them straight in, just breeding, doing really well. So, but if you can do a little drip acclimation like this, you should. If you don't have the tube with the way of controlling it, just a little bit of water. Over time, just gradually building it up. You can do that method as well. But they are very hardy. If you've got Caridina, completely different story. They need to be very delicately introduced, very slow water changes and parameter changes, so yeah. But these Neocaridina, I mean, they're pretty bulletproof. Yeah.
Did you eat one?
No, it was a bit of algae on the thing.
Oh.
There we go. We have filled the whole thing up. Mainly because we forgot about it over lunch, but it's a good amount, So that should all go back straight into there now, and just release shrimp straight away.
Release the shrimp.
Here we go, little blue orange-eyed shrimp, your new home. May you breed well. There we go. Hopefully we'll be able to see their eyes a little bit better now. And we can. So you find with a well-lit tank that the orange eyes really do show up a lot more, especially on the males where they just seem to be glowing, and so does the body as well. So I also feel, and I have in every single one of my other shrimp tanks, snails go really, really well. There is a few in there anyway that hitchhiked in on some plants. I'm just going to stick a few more in. I don't know what it is, I just find that snails and shrimp go together like fish and chips. A few more as well. Basically, any food that I put in for the shrimp, I never used to feed my shrimp. I used to just rely on the natural biofilm and stuff like that. But since I've been adding in a little bit of food, and I'm talking like a tiny little bit, I've noticed that the breeding numbers go up, and it just seems to be way better for the overall health of the shrimp, the tank, everything just works better with a little bit of feeding. And because of that, if there is any bits that say I overfeed slightly for the shrimp and there's some waste still about, then the snails will get that. Now, snails do produce waste themselves, but it's all usable by the plants, so I think together it all works perfectly. So recently, when I've been doing shrimp tanks, I like to keep them nice and simple. Not only does this make maintenance completely simple, It also means I can see all the shrimp. We can see the increases in numbers as they breed, but also there's something about keeping it nice and contemporary for a shrimp tank that just works. Unlike fish, who need cover and to feel comfortable in their environment, shrimp really don't seem to care. It's why they're an ideal first pet for a fish tank. Also, it's really, really fun when you do see them producing those little shrimplets. They're so cute. And it's massively rewarding as well because you know you've done a great job. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it and I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you're subbed and don't forget to log on to mdfishtanks.com for some merch.